Hello, everyone. We are live. Today, my guest is someone shaking up the short term and mid term rental world, Rachel Vigil, founder and CEO of UpClose Marketing. If you have ever wished for a way to elevate your guest experience without blowing your budget, I wish I can do that. You are you are tired of spending hundreds a month on consumable and welcome basket? Then listen up. Rachel has created a brilliant bridge between consumer brands and hosts, connecting us with free, yes, a magic word, free, high quality products that add massive value to our listing while helping brands get visibility. Let's get into it. Rachel, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me so much, Levy.
Absolutely. I met Rachel at MTR Summit in San Diego a couple of weeks ago. And when I approached her booth and start asking her about the products and what her company represents, she did not even finish the sentence when she said, "Oh, it's free." I'm like, "Where's the catch?" So before we talk about the catch, Rachel, why don't you start from the beginning? How all begin?
Yeah, so I am a host myself. I have two properties, one in Big Bear, California, one in Kihei, Maui. And so about 8 years ago, we launched our Big Bear property. And I heard about this company giving away free products. A friend shared it with me, and I thought there's no way that's true, but let's give it a shot. I signed up and I got a mattress. It was a Muse mattress. And then we put that in our property. We still have it in there because it's an amazing one. And then we started getting other products like a massage gun, some drink products, snack products. And I reached out to the owner of that company and I said, you have to hire me because this is amazing. As a host, I love it. As a marketing with a background in marketing, I thought it was so genius. And so I pretty much ran the product placement side the business for a few years. And then as of last year, transferred it over to UpClose Marketing because that company, it's now called Showplace. It went in the design and furnish direction. And so just launched it. And the concept really is, like you said, we work with brands who want a unique product placement. There's so many different ways to do that. One is, kind of think about movies. If you've seen the Coca-Cola show up in a movie, that's a unique way to place. Well, vacation rentals is another avenue for that. So brands actually pay from their marketing budget to have this placement. That goes to UpClose. So we manage it, oversee the process, but you as a host get the product for free and your guests get it for free.
So many people hear free products and immediately, just like myself, assume there is a catch.
Mhm.
Can you please walk us um, through exactly how the model works for the host and for the brands?
For sure. Yeah. So I think the first step is understanding, okay, where does the money come from? Everyone asks, well, how does UpClose make money? And like I said, it really is the marketing budget from the brand. And so with the catch, I guess you could say there's a couple deliverables. So these brands are giving a ton of product. Sometimes hundreds and thousands of samples. They're paying for the shipping. They're paying for a little marketing stand as well to go next to the product. And we'll get into why that's important. But yeah, as far as what is required from the host, we say just put up a nice display between every booking with the little marketing stand, the product, and then take 3 photos because the brand loves to see the product in the property. And it's just a confirmation to know that you received everything you're supposed to. And then we'll send you a survey towards the end, which is typically a 3-month sort of campaign. We'll send a survey and just asking you, what did you think? Did your guests like it? Would you want to do it again? So that's it. There's not a financial catch. There's just a couple deliverables. So we give something back to the brand for providing the free product.
I understand. So do I need to pay as a host for the shipping?
Nope, you don't pay for shipping. There's no membership. It really is free. Now, I'm going to say a little asterisk there. The only time is if there's a very large luxury item. So we have done some pretty big ones, like mattresses. They're pretty expensive to ship. So
Hmm.
at times there might be a small shipping fee just to help offset the price. But it's on the high end items that you'll have no problem. I mean, if it's a $3,000 mattress and we're asking for $25 to $50 in shipping, yeah, you'll want to pay it.
Sign me up. Speaking of signing up, after I came back from MTR Summit, I actually went to your website. Is
Yeah.
it UpClose Marketing, mcart.com?
Yeah, but marketing is abbreviated. It's
I
upclosemktg.com.
will put the link in the show notes as soon as we're done here. And then I registered. It was very simple process. Put your email, put your name, and you in. And then I also updated my profile with my short-term rental, mid-term rental profile. And I also apply for the product that you have right now that is available. Can you please talk about the product right now?
Sure. So we have one that is open and it's called Magic Mind. And it's a little green shot, looks like this, but you get two. I don't have the other one to show you, but this is the energy. So great in the morning or when your guests first arrive. And then there's a sleep version. So the guests can try energy and then at night have the sleep one. So this one is a little bit different because there's limited supplies. We work with a lot of startup companies. They're just emerging, so they don't have a ton of inventory, but they still need to just get awareness, get products out there. This is one of them. So they can only supply enough product for 200 listings. So in this case, they need to be very selective. So we're having, if you're interested, you apply, and then the brand actually goes through and they select the 200 to invite. So as of now until the 19th, you can go submit your application, say, yes, I want to apply for certain listings. And then on the 22nd, you'll hear if you get in. It's not always like that. This is just for a lot of startups. This is how we do it.
Okay. And then you said that the companies will check what is the criteria. Are they looking at your host experience? Are they looking at your place? Are they looking at your reviews?
Yes. So, one thing when you do sign up, you add your listing links. So, it's important for the brand to know where is the product going, the city. Is it a studio or is it a 10 bedroom? So, there's a lot of different factors, but they need to know, okay, where is it getting placed? For this one specifically, they're looking at beach and mountain areas. So, when you go on, it says what are the qualifications. And so, they specifically want beach and mountain. Other times, brands may say per state, or it might be by type of guest. They could be looking for groups of women. So then we're going to target bachelorette places like Nashville and Palm Springs and Sedona. So those type. So it really depends on either geography or the type of guest. But yeah, it's always listed.
Understood. All right, let's talk about numbers. What
Sure.
kind of cost saving can hosts actually expect then using up close marketing?
Yeah. So this is a good question because you need to look at the amenities that you're already placing in your properties. I know it's a little different for short term and midterm. So I'm going to kind of talk generic across the board here, but you have your basics. Now, you should always, regardless of which space, you should always have the key things, the toilet paper, the paper towels, have a coffee bar because it's such a bad experience to come. And the first thing you do is you have to go to the grocery store to get that cup of coffee in the morning. So have those. Beyond that, what is a really nice to have are the welcome baskets, the shampoo, conditioner, soaps, just so people don't have to pack a lot. That's more on the kind of short-term rental side. I know midterms is usually enough just to get started. What we're providing is a way to elevate the experience. So these are not products you would typically go out and purchase for your guests. It's something unique, something that's a surprise they would never expect. Now, sometimes we'll have products like coffee that can replace the coffee that you normally buy. We might have a unique brand of bamboo toilet paper. Okay, now so it crosses that one out. We've done laundry kits, so we did Tide Pods, and so for that campaign period of 3 months, you didn't have to buy laundry detergent for your guest. And then snacks. If you're already doing a welcome basket with granola bars and bottles of water, we've done those as well. So it's hard to say because it depends what you're already putting into your property. But If it's a 3-month stay and you're replacing, then yes, you can save quite a bit of money on just the basics.
Wow, it's substantial. Have you seen hosts actually reduce their monthly consumables budget through your program or even eliminate?
Yeah, I think it's the ones that are already doing a lot of the amenities. I mean, we've done shampoo and conditioner, and they're going a lot of times to Costco and Amazon and buying the cheap stuff. So it's replacing that cost, which what is that? Maybe $50 to $100 a month for that. But now you're having a luxury high end shampoo and conditioner. So I think if again it's replacing, you would see a couple hundred, like maybe 100 to 200 depending on the product and depending on your listings. If you have one property, it's replacing it for that. But if you're a property manager with thousands and we have that option to send pallets, then you're talking thousands of dollars if you have that many properties.
Okay, let's talk about the operation part,
Mhm.
right? Logistics. So if I have 5, 10, or even 100 units, how does logistics work? Do you ship to a warehouse, to the cleaning crew, or directly to the property?
Yeah. So when you go in and claim and say, yes, I want this product, because when we never automatically send you product, it's up to you if you want it. You know what works best for your guests and your property. You'll select the listings that can ship together. So if you have one property, select that property and then you set the shipping. Lots of times it goes to the cleaner. If you're local, it can go to you and you can put it in. I don't recommend sending it to the property because a guest could be there and they might take all the samples. uh, Surprise for them. Yeah. And so you can, if you have more than a few properties, you can group them together. So if you have 5 in the same city, group them together, ship to that location. Now, if you so we work with hosts that have one, we work with property managers. I think my biggest one is 1,800 listings. So in that case, they're going to have a warehouse. They already have a warehouse because they are putting all the cleaning supplies and other items in the area. So in that case, we work on getting pallets and we always coordinate that. Okay, how many pallets do you want? And then where do you want it shipped? So full control. You get to decide.
Okay, yeah, I saw when I applied, it actually has a checkbox or a drop down which property I am applying for, right? So now I understand. All right. So how do you, going back to what you described, how do you decide how much product to send per unit, especially in MTR world
Yeah.
where they can stay from 1 month to 6 months to 3 months and so forth?
Yeah, so we do base the quantity on short-term rentals. So how it breaks down is it's all averages. So I know some are low, some are high, so we have to standardize it somehow. So we base it on uh, 21 bookings over 3 months. So we assume about 7 bookings per month. I know seasonality changes everything. And with that, an average of 4 adults. So we're looking at about 28 adults that are going through over those 3 months. And so with short term rentals, that's what we're sending. We're accommodating for that quantity. In the case of Magic Mine, we're leaving it so every adult, assuming 4, can have one of this one and one of the sleep. And so it's kind of double quantity. So in that case, it's 90 bottles of this and 90 bottles of the sleep. Now, if you have a midterm rental, always check the quantity. It might be too much. What we don't want is to send you too much product and then it expires. So, what the brands are looking for is many people to try it as possible. So, if you have more than one midterm rental, then just order for one listing and spread it across the listings. That's what I recommend. And then there will be some products just for midterm rentals. It's great because you qualify for the full size. So when you have a short-term rental, it's a lot of sample sizes. Midterms, it's a different type of marketing play where you can have the full size shampoo or better yet, appliances. Think about unique ovens or vacuums. So coffee makers, because now they're immersed in that experience every day of their stay over a longer period of time.
I see. Wow. I did not think about that way. Okay. So I got, let's assume I won, I received the product. I'll take a picture, upload it, I'll do the survey, and then, you know, I put it in my midterm rental or short-term rental next to a barcode, right? So some hosts might be worried about adding, signs or QR barcode next to the product. How do you address that concern while keeping the guest experience premium?
Yes. So I think what is unique and really important is that I'm a host myself and I never want to over market to a guest. They paid for this stay. What they want is to have the most relaxed, enjoyable time. So we have to be very careful with marketing. I recommend never doing more than about 2 to 3 products because you don't want them to walk in and say, wow, I just entered a NASCAR Airbnb. That is not what we want. We want it to be enjoyable. And the point of the marketing is to say, the cleaner did their job. This was not left by a previous guest. This is a gift for you to enjoy. So it's to communicate that and to say, try it, enjoy it. Our messaging is not try it, enjoy it, buy it. It's try it, enjoy it, let us know what you thought about it. So a lot of times that QR code is taking them to a survey that's optional, and then they get rewarded. It could be a $10 Amazon gift card. It could be enter in to win a huge supply for you when you get home, or a discount code. So it's more gradual. Yes, the brand hopes for sales, but that is not the first messaging that we're trying to get across. And I'll show you. It's usually like a 5x7. This is one example. This was a beauty line that we did. It was a lip treatment and face mask. And so it's simple. It's just like this.
Does it come with a package or does the host needs to create his own?
No, everything will come. So the acrylic stand, that's usually what we use in the kitchen. If it's an item that goes in the fridge, it might be one of those static clings that can easily be removed from the fridge. Something waterproof for the kitchen. So we just did, I'll show you this one.
Mhm.
It's closed now, but these were sleep gummies that we did. With this one, it was more of a bedside table stand. So this is not it, but it would be something like that.
I see. Okay. So in addition to the host taking picture and uploading, um, guest also supposed to do that or just the survey?
Just a survey. So the guest has the optional survey if they would like to share feedback.
Got it.
And then the host also has a survey, but that's just giving us feedback internally of what did you think? Did the guest love it? Did they leave it behind? So just some basic questions. And then what I will say is we have a VIP program.
Mm.
So we like to reward those who complete all deliverables. So if you do 3 in a row of the photos and the survey, then you get on a VIP list, which gives you 24-hour access to the free products before it's released to everybody else. And that's huge. When it's a first come, first serve, you'll want to be on that VIP list. And then when we have a luxury brand, let's say a mattress, they're going to go and invite the VIPs first off, for sure.
So tricky question. How
Yeah.
do you validate that the host actually put the product in the short-term or mid-term and not in their own house?
Yeah, so that's where the photos come in handy. And it becomes obvious too. I mean, if we read the comments to see what hosts are saying and what guests are saying. So yeah, we have to really keep our eye. We want to make sure nobody is taking the product and selling it. That would be really bad. And then it's a huge supply. Like you would never go through that anyways, but we want you to try it. So yes, as a host, even your cleaners, try what we send because we want you to be excited as well. And then the rest of the samples, it's for the guests. And if we do find out that it's not going into the properties, then you get kicked from the site.
I understand.
Yeah.
All right. I think I got the picture. Now let's talk about up close marketing. Where do you see up close marketing heading in the next 12 to 24 months? Where do you expanding into?
Yeah. So we started just with vacation rentals. Then we moved into midterm. Now I'm doing a big focus on corporate stays because I know it's a little bit different. Growing there as well as campgrounds, RV resorts, RV rentals, also into like Pier Space and Swimply. So any place that you're hosting somebody in a property, that's what I'm going for, or a campsite. So outdoor experiences, I love the treehouse and glamping sites and domes. Any of those are just amazing placements. So that's the plan. And then I hope within a year to grow into Canada. I'd like to expand internationally. I get a lot of requests from Canadians.
Wow, interesting. Okay, I'm looking at the Facebook page. No comments yet. Or
Okay,
likes we have there for sure.
good.
Um, do you think in the future hosts will be paid to host the products?
Yeah, that's a good question because I know you're thinking, all right, I'm getting free product. I'm doing the marketing for the brand. I should get paid for this like any influencer gets paid. The answer is no, because the brand is paying so much money to get those samples to you for free, that if you were to tell the brand now you need to pay for the placement on top of it, I don't think they'd be as interested. However, I want to say there's so many affiliate programs out there. So, if this is something where you're looking to make a side income, a couple extra dollars, go and do the affiliate programs. We're not that kind of company. We want to keep it simple, keep it different. I just met with the owner. It's called From Where. It's amazing. I signed up my properties and basically it's a shoppable storefront. So if you have unique art and a couch and the bedside table, they create a shoppable store for the guest. This is where you can earn some side commission because a lot of times we do get that question of, hey, where did you get this couch or what mattress is that? Do it. You can definitely pair both. It's just we're not planning to get into the affiliate or influencer type marketing. That great question.
Understood. Yeah, I also just remember I am the one who has one property, right? What happened to somebody who has many, many properties? They're supposed to enter manually one after another into
Yeah,
those.
good. Yeah, good question. So it is time consuming. If you have 10 or more properties, shoot an email to us, and I'm sure we'll put it in the notes, but you'll also get it when you sign up. And we'll do it for you because we are collecting the city, the state, the zip, the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, guest count, and then any amenities. Is it kid friendly, pet friendly? Because we do have products specifically for pets and kids. And so, yeah, we want to collect that information, but 10 or less, you can just onboard them yourself, 10 or more, shoot us an email. We'll do it for you.
Thank you very much. And I just posted in the comments the link to your website plus my reference number, referral code, if you will.
Yes, let's talk about referrals.
Please.
Okay, so as as you started this whole introduction, it's always about the catch. What is the catch? And so it honestly is so hard for me to tell people about what it is that we do because they're just people are skeptic. The best way, and this is how we market it up close, is host talking about it. As a host, I receive these products. And so that's how we get more. The more we get in our network, the better, because then we can go after really large companies that have those hundreds and thousands of samples and we can deliver on it. So it's really important that we build up the network. So what we do is we have a referral program. When you sign up, you get a link. And once you get 20 signups, we will send you Slumber Cloud bedding. And this can be for your own property. It's high-end bedding out of Denver, Colorado. You get to pick what you want. Do you want a duvet or do you want some cooling pillows? So it's really fun, just a little incentive, but free products now for you.
Okay, I have almost 4,000 group members on my Facebook team.
All right, get to 20.
Yes, only 20.
Yeah, it's easy.
We can do it. And then you can share your reference number, referral code with your family, right?
Yeah.
Friends. Okay, I'm excited. All right, let's do a lightning round. Um, rapid fire. Just say the first thing that comes to mind. What is the most unexpected product guests loved?
I would think probably Chargel because nobody's heard of it. I'm sure most people listening are like, what is that? What is Chargel?
What?
It comes in a pack and it's out of Japan and they're really big there but new to the US and it's kind of like an energy drink but gel. Think like Jello meets drink, but you serve it cold and you squeeze it. So I love the ones that nobody's heard of. And it's a completely first experience, both from the brand side and the product side. So that one was really fun and unique. We also did one kind of random. It was with Highlands. It's an chafing relief. So this sounds very odd, but when you are in hiking areas or amusement parks and you've been walking all day, it's a nice chafing relief afterwards. So totally unexpected, but a fun one to leave behind, and then they can take it home with them too.
Amazing. What is the most luxurious item UpClose marketing has placed in the rentals? I'm assuming it's a mattress, no?
We've done those, yes. I think that would be the most, maybe the most expensive, but the most kind of unique and fun are e-bikes. So we did one with Aventon, and so you got two e-bikes, and some were the foldable types, and they were meant for mountain biking. So one thing to keep in mind when we do these really high-end products, there's a time it needs to be in the property. After that, it's up to you if you want to keep it in the property or take it for yourself. We don't ask for them to be returned. That is not what we want to get into. It's yours after you've met that campaign, but you might see so much value in keeping it in your property that you have it stay there. We also did one. It was a fight camp, and there were punching bags. So if you had a gym, it was a really cool way to add a different type of workout equipment into the gym. So yeah, those are all fun, different, and ones that you want, because in that case, you market the heck out of it. You put it in your listing link, you say that you have this, so that can really help with your bookings too, because some people are looking for those type of products.
Wow, I missed it.
That was a while ago, and that was actually under Showplace. I'm saying some of these products because we've been doing this for 6 years. So yeah,
Got it.
we're gonna get some of those back.
Not related to a rapid fire question, but um, in terms of legal, let's say I place a product in my unit and somebody has allergy or somebody try e-bike and something happened. Who takes responsibility?
Yeah, so you should always have that sort of disclaimer in your listing and your rules. You also should have a great insurance policy because this could happen for anything. I mean, for allergies, especially, it could be environmental, it could be mold, it could be dust, down to food that you leave behind. Alcohol is also one. It's a big liability. I actually recommend that you don't put alcohol in your listing because it could be exciting for some, but a turnoff for others. So you have to be really careful what you put in there, and then always have a disclaimer that you're not responsible for these. But yeah, definitely insurance policies. And then we do try to stay away from the products that have high allergies. So peanuts, those type of products. But always, I would say, have it written that so this is kind of on the marketing side too, but put it in your listing. You can put it in a welcome message saying that you are a property selected by brands to give added amenities. So you never know what you're going to get, but there will be some surprises to enjoy. And that's when you can say, always look at the ingredients and make sure it's suitable for you.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay, Rachel, this has been incredible, insightful. Thank you very much for demystifying the idea of product placement for our listeners. All right. For those tuning in and who wants to get free, high quality product in their rentals, where is the best place for them to start?
Yeah, so the website, upclosemarketing.com, and then just go to host sign up, add your properties, because once we do an announcement, which we announce when we have a newsletter that goes out every Wednesday, if there's a free product coming, it will be in that newsletter. So you want to be ready to go, because if it's first come, first serve, you don't want to take the time to add your properties, have them already onboarded, and then go and grab it. So that's step one. And then follow us on social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, and it's at UpClose Marketing, but marketing is spelled out. We'll announce them there as well. And then questions, just shoot me an email. We're really honest and open and love communicating and getting to know our network.
Absolutely. And if you want to interact with Rachel, she is in our Facebook group. You
Mhm.
can tag her, ask her questions, and then I'm sure she will be happy to answer.
Yeah.
Uh, did I forget anything? Anything you want to add before we're closing out?
Um, I think that's it. I mean, I just really appreciate you having me on, and
My
please
pleasure.
ask questions anywhere, and I'll keep checking the group, see if there's questions.
Thank you very much, everyone. Until next time, happy holidays.